Hello, this is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh, and I'm doing this video for two reasons. One, I need subscribers. The deadline is the 28th, and today's the 17th of February, so that's 11 days. I have 967 subscribers. I need 1,000. 641,000 views, and this is video number 2367. So if you can, get your friends, colleagues, co-workers, fellow students, or acquaintances to subscribe to my channel. I'm not even asking you to watch the videos, but I need 33 subscribers to go to 1,000 to be monetized. Now, I've never made any money from YouTube, but Freedom pays me dribs and drabs every couple of months, and I use that money for cat food. And I have a temporary situation. I'm not begging for me. I'm asking for the cats. I now feed 13 cats, and the little Siamese Talkie, who is the prettiest Siamese I've ever seen. He let me pet him yesterday for the first time. Kathy's willing to take him and give him a home. He's very sweet and gentle. The guy that lives there, Talkie, lets him pick him up and hold him and all that. But Kathy says, I want to make sure this kitty will let me pet him and me hold him before I take him. So we will find that out when Kathy comes over. But I had my rent money order the day after my eye surgery, and that's why I'm wearing a pair of glasses with only one lens, because I don't need this lens anymore. I can see perfectly out of the right eye. But there's still a cataract in my left eye. That will be done March 8th. And then after the pain goes away, which takes about a month, these will go in the garbage. They're all scratched, so I can't donate them to anybody. But I'll never have to wear glasses again. But because of my rent money order being lost, I had to get money from my friend for rent, and I paid 2 months' rent to try to get ahead for AlienCon. I'm paid through February and March. The check on the March 1st that I would normally write is going to go for April. And then on March 1st, I'm going to write a $75 check. And if I do that 4 times, I think, or 3, let's see, 150, 225. And I have to write a little more than that in June. That will pay the rent for May and or June. I'm not certain on this. But anyway, I want to have the rent paid for June. I have to do some figuring, so that when I go to AlienCon, the $240 I pay for rent will go for about half of my hotel room, which is going to be $500. I'm going down there a day early, because if I go down Friday on the train, that will eat up all of Friday. I don't want to be there Thursday night. I'll get there about 10 o'clock at night. Do videos on the train, and I'm going to pay T-Mobile to have this iPad that's in front of me be able to do Wi-Fi anywhere. So you'll see videos of me anywhere. They may not be live. I haven't figured out how I'm going to do that. But I'll be able to do a video anywhere I go in California, Nevada, wherever we happen to be. Kathy wants to go to Carson City when we get not Carson City, Virginia City, once we get a Prius again. And we will have about $4,000 by the 1st of May. We just haven't found a car yet. So she's not willing, by the way, to drive me to Pasadena. That's why I got to take the train. And that's why I'm going to go to my doctor next month and say, okay, it's time to test me to see if I've ever had a stroke. And if I have not had a stroke, it's time for you to sign the certification so I can get my license back, so I can start driving a car again before I get too old to drive. Now I'll be able to see perfectly. So I have a little problem now seeing at night, but I found out why. It's because of cataract. It's like putting a hand in front of your eye, and you can see, but you can't see. It puts this blur in front of your eye. There's no more blurring in this eye. I'm still with occasional little bit of pain, but not much. So any donations you send will be for the cats, not me. The 13 kitties, Fluffy's Baker's Dozen, and I will start titling that sometime. And of course, I still intend to buy land and move to Nevada and build my container house complex for all the kitties. When I move, I will capture the elusive Papa Cat and Squeakies and Gray and Orangey and Pretty One and Original Pretty One and Tiny One and Fluffy and Fuzzy and Little Girl, and they'll all go with me. They'll have a big courtyard to play in, and when I build my rectangular container house, then I will branch it out with further rectangle areas, so it'll be a double courtyard, and that will give the cats more than enough room to play and be safe, because I intend to dome it and build a concrete wall so the coyotes will not come onto my immediate complex. And I'll build a greenhouse, fire pit, barbecue pit. Actually, you can build a barbecue pit in the fire pit, and we will go from there. Now, I'm not certain if I'll be able to do this, because it's all dependent on whether I can buy the land, if it's buildable and all that. I got to put a well in. I got to put a incinerator toilet in. So I may not move to Nevada. I may have to find land in California, but I'm going to try to move away from the Bay Area because of earthquakes, and also because I keep getting sick from grass all the time. I was wheezing in the kitchen when I was walking around, and I need to get out of this grassy area. I'm in with the grass underneath my apartment balcony, and that keeps getting me all the time. The minute I leave the area and go to San Francisco, I'm fine, but I don't want to move to San Francisco. I couldn't get public housing, and I would never be able to afford it. So I want to find suitable land, no grass for miles, and it may be dusty, it may be out in the desert, it may be out in the woods. I'm not allergic to the woods. I'm not allergic to woodland animals, so that's the bear. So, but the cats have to be safe, and I'm not going to leave without taking the kitties with me, because they have to be taken care of. And they'll all have their shots, and they'll all be flea bathed, and hopefully they won't have worms, and they won't have leukemia. I'll have all that testing done before they go with me. But it's going to be fun having 13 cats in the back of my hybrid 4x4 Limited, which I should have by next year. And then if I don't move in 2020, then I'm going to take a trip to Pittsburgh, and then a secondary trip to Minneapolis to see Justin and Jeremy, and we will maybe see if both of them can get on camera, and we'll have the three of us together on camera. That's my plans for 2020. Get to Pittsburgh, maybe do it on opening day for the Pirates, because I haven't seen a Pirates game since 1970. And I would love to see some Pittsburgh baseball. And I'll go to Permanis, and I'll show people where I was born and where I used to live. When I tore my building down, which I thought was a pity, because I had a beautiful oak banister that went like spiral all the way from the 6th floor all the way to the lobby. That beautiful building with wood paneling and strange spiral metal staircases and balconies going down in the back is gone. They tore it down and put an ugly 2-story building there to replace it, which is, there's no way in there to have as many people in the old building, in the new building, as you're going to have in the old building. So, and I'll do a video of the former Chevrolet dealership they may be opening up for office space. I found a picture of that on eBay, and that was around the corner from where we lived on Joe Hammer Square. So that will be exciting for me. And I'm going to go over to the Pittsburgh Playhouse and see if they'll talk about the ghosts that haunt the Pittsburgh Playhouse, where I studied acting as a child. And a lot of famous people have studied at that playhouse as well, including Janet Leigh. All right, this is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh. My address will be in the description to send gift cards and cat food and cat litter coupons. I can always use that, or money, or checks made out to George Senda. I don't need much. I just need enough to get me through the next 2 weeks, and then I'll have cat food and litter paid for 2 months. I'm going to go to Walmart and Safeway and take a cab back and load the car up with cat litter. So I have like 500 to 1,000 pounds of cat litter in this apartment. I'll put it all in the corner back there, containers of cat food with clay litter and get sifting litter. And I find the sifting litter is a lot better for the cats. I think it doesn't hurt their feet as much too. And that way I'll have probably 4 bags of Good Life, maybe 6. I've just got 1, so that the bins are all full of dry cat food. But cats are eating cat food like mad in the winter. I don't know why. I guess maybe because it's too cold for them to go out. I don't know. And then I'll have 2 months worth of wet food for all the kitties. And I'll dump that 130, 40, 50 bucks on probably my Capital One card. And in 2 months, that card can be paid off, and then I'll start working on paying off the other card I've been using. I've been using those cards to buy cat food. And I don't want to keep doing that with words. It's driving me crazy. But anyway, I'll pay off the Capital One card. That's $300. Then pay off my first Premier card. That's $400. And then I can have them paid off and maybe use them for Alien Con. And after Alien Con, I'm not charging anything. I might get something for the computer or a paranormal book or a video, but that's it. And Kathy wants me to buy stuff on eBay. As always, she wants Pokemon stuff. Oh yeah, she went out with Patty yesterday, and there was an adventure there. But I'll let Kathy talk about that the next time I see her. All right, this is George Senda. Donations would be appreciated for cat food and litter. And remember, it's not for me. It's for Fluffy's baker's dozen of kitties who need their cat food. This is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh. Have a great day and stay warm and safe out there if you can. Bye-bye for now.